Good morning.
Good morning.
It's always nice when we get to Thursday in camp and everybody's gotten to know each other better and loosen up, and we all have been not getting enough sleep, so we're getting a little punchy and creative, so I hope you're enjoying yourself. As you may have figured out from the music today, our virtue for today is love. And we'll be focusing on different aspects of love. I hope in your small groups all week you've been getting into some of the Bible passages for the different virtues. And you may have noticed that the first four virtues, temperance, prudence, justice, and courage, a lot of those passages were from the Old Testament. Which is good. And those are the four virtues that the ancient philosophers talked most about. But we are now moving into the realm of the virtues that are most associated with our Christian faith and with following Christ, which are faith, love, and hope. And you'll notice that many of the passages you'll be looking at are coming from the New Testament now. Now, one thing for all of you counselors in small group, my brother Jeff pointed out that I made a significant typo in your material, and I left out the word "not" in one sentence. It's amazing how its meaning changes if you leave out a "not." So, counselors, if you come across a sentence that says, "Love is just an emotion," add the word "not" to it, please. One of the reasons I'm a Christian is because I require so much forgiveness because I make so many mistakes. Now, our daily text for today, you do know that the daily texts are drawn months in advance without any awareness of how they're going to be used for the day. And today's daily text, which you had for your God Talk, is so perfect for our theme today, and I didn't even know it until last night. Return to your God, hold fast to love and justice, and wait continually for your God. As God's chosen ones, holy and beloved, clothe yourselves with compassion. And that's what we're going to be looking at today, love and compassion as virtues. Now, I think in our popular culture, when people use the word love, what are they generally talking about? Did I hear sex? Is that what I heard over here? No. Romance, Valentine's Day, mutual attraction, all of these kinds of things. Or being in love, as we say. We hear a lot about love as emotion, but love is much more than an emotion. It's actually possible to show love when you don't even feel loving. What is it that brings these counselors and staff and Tish and Nurse Jones to camp every year? It's love. Love for people, sometimes they haven't even met them yet. What brings you here is love. Now, we're going to be talking today and in small group about many different aspects of love. One of the problems in our English language is that we use one word to cover a lot of different things. Love in families is different than other kinds of love. Love that two people have for each other is different than the love that the parents have for their children. And the love children have for their parents is different than the love parents have. Brotherly or sisterly love is a special kind of love. People love their pets, but we also say you can love food. I really love chocolate. One of the reasons I trust the Harry Potter books is that J.K. Rowling knows that the cure for a Dementor attack is chocolate. So we can't, even though we use the word love, there's a little difference between my love for chocolate and my love for my children. So we'll talk about all this in small group. Saying that there's different kinds of love. And we have these different kinds of love in the Bible as you read through it. Think of the story of Moses' mother showing love for her child by doing what? Sending him away. She loved him so much she could let him go away. Which is different than the love that Ruth had for her mother-in-law Naomi, which is that she wouldn't let her go away without her. Think of the love that David and Jonathan had for each other, this close bond of friendship that endured. Think of the love that Jesus and the disciples had for each other, even though they weren't related. But also you think of Jesus, one of the last things he did when he was dying on the cross was to say to one of his disciples, "Here is your mother now," because he wanted his mother cared for after he died. Love takes many forms in the Bible, and we can learn about them. So what do all these kinds of love have in common? How can we use one word for so many different things? And I think it ultimately comes down to caring about someone or something. That you take an interest in them. You're concerned. The opposite of love is the word we call apathy, which is not caring. And believe it or not, some of the old philosophers before Jesus thought apathy was a good thing. Because when you care about something, it hurts. There's pain when you care. But Christian philosophy, what Christ teaches us, is that caring and love are a necessary part of being a full person and being virtuous. I'm convinced that much of the evil and suffering in this world is caused by, or at least increased by, the fact that most of us simply do not care what's happening around us. We see people hurting and we don't do anything about it. Can you think of a parable Jesus told about someone who saw someone hurting and cared for them?
The Good Samaritan.
The Good Samaritan. Excellent. Excellent. That's a story about love. He didn't know this person. He wasn't a family member. The only thing is he saw that this was a man in trouble and he loved him. Now, I think in our lives, I think the way God has structured things is that we first learn about love in our own homes. As children, ideally, we learn about caring for others from our parents and family. And not everyone has been blessed by this. It's heartbreaking when children are raised in a home where they're not loved, but the way God intended is that we learn to love as infants and feel the affection of an adult around them who takes care of us and feeds us and is concerned about us. And we have this clip from Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, where Harry, for the first time in his life, experiences what a loving family looks like.